Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Rocks, and in this video I'm showing you what I drew for the Brooklyn Art Library Tiny Sketchbook project. So everyone who signed up to the project got a teeny weeny sketchbook this big, and this is what ended up in my sketchbook, and I call this sketchbook The Tiny Book of Mega Huge Love, and it's a lot of my favourite characters from TV shows. Yeah, just TV shows. So we're going to explore what I drew for the tiny sketchbook. I just used one ink pen, a glitter pen, and a pink biro. So let's dive in. Yay! So this is the cover, and I just wrote this with my glitter pen, which I have set glitter pens, which are the best glitter pens I've ever had. And I called it The Tiny Book of Mega Huge Love, because Mega Huge is kind of like my universe catchphrase. It was my line in the comic that I was in Doctor Who magazine. It's like, this is mega huge. So that's why I call it that. So let's open the cover. So if you wanted to pause the video, let me get my finger out the way. If you wanted to pause the video and read it, I'll say, hiya, I'm an autistic artist with huge empathy and love for fictional characters. This book features my portraits of some of them. I hope you will want to watch these characters yourself. Chat to me on Twitter at CuriosityRocks. Featuring characters from Doctor Who, Super Bob, Marvel, Coronation Street, Quacks, Sherlock, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, the BBC America version, W1A, Being Human, Plebs, Emmerdale, Game of Thrones, Friends, California Dreams, and My So-Called Life. So this book was when I was in my teens. I used to sit in front of these programs and just sob my heart out because they were so emotional that I just cried. And other characters I've picked because I just really love them so much and have such a crush on them, and also I want to do more fan art of them. So these are just a few of my favourite characters. So let's dive in. So first of all, we have Yasmin Khan from Doctor Who. I love Series 11. It's like the new rainbow era of Doctor Who, and I'm really enjoying it. So we've got the TARDIS fam in the front of the book. So we've got Yasmin. We've got Judy as the Doctor. Got Graham. And we've got Ryan. I just love them all. The total family. And then we've got Super Bob. Now this Super Bob is a brilliant film. You've got to watch it. I found it on Netflix? I think it was on Netflix. And Super Bob is amazing. He's one of my favourite superheroes. You've got to watch it. It's amazing. So that's Super Bob. And then I drew Thor, because I love Thor, obviously. And then I drew Bruce Banner. And I have the Hulk. Spider-Man Noir. I love it. I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I also drew my Spider Sony, and Spider-Man Noir is my favourite. I loved him, and I was so proud of him when he solved the Rubik's Cube. It was just amazing. Then we have Peter Barlow. He's hot. He's always been hot, and he's just like hot. He's on Corrie, and I just love him because he's hot. And then we have Clara. And Missy. And Rose. I love Rose. And then we have William from Quacks. Quacks is an awesome show. It's all about the physicians and medical people in the olden days when they were first discovering. It's around the time when they were discovering anaesthetic and new ways to treat patients. And William is my favourite character, played by Matthew Bainton. And I just love him. Then we have Sherlock. And Watson, John Watson. And then we have Martin from Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. So Martin is there's a group called the Rowdy Three. There's actually 4 of them. But Martin is kind of like the leader. And what they do is when Amanda, she has, gets or really upset, the Rowdy Three are people, sort of magical people who eat the bad feelings and make all the bad emotions go away. And Martin's kind of like the leader of them, and he's amazing. So that's Martin. And then we have Will from W1A, and he's like, cool, okay, cool. And it's like, so good. And he's usually very confused. And if you didn't know what W1A is, it's about a sitcom about the BBC, and it's like a mockumentary style. And he's just so confused a lot of the time. He's like, yeah, go, so good. And he's lovely. I just love him. Then we have Mitchell from Being Human. I love Mitchell. When Being Human started, I thought it was amazing because it started with the pilot episode, and then it was like a trial season for a few different shows, and we had to sort of give the BBC our feedback on the shows, and loads of us loved Being Human, and we wrote in and we did a poll. They did a petition saying we loved it so much, and they made it into a full series. And Mitchell is my favourite character, and I used to have dreams about going to visit Mitchell and George, and it was just lovely. And so he's brilliant. Now I have Jason from Plebs. I love Jason. Mainly he's in here because I have a mega crush on him, and he's so hot. Then I have Ross Barton. I've loved him since he started in Emmerdale. And I just love him. Ross Barton. He's amazing. Then we have Nardole. I love Nardole. I love his personality and how the Doctor sort of built him, and he's sort of like Frankenstein's monster because the Doctor made him out of lots of different parts. So that was quite clever. Well, he reconstructed him out of a lot of different parts. I don't know what he was before the Doctor reconstructed him, but anyway, so that's not all. He's awesome. And then we have David Platt on Coronation Street, and he has the most hilarious lines, and he's just brilliant. I think he's brilliant. I remember it when he was born on Corrie when I was younger. It's like, Well, I don't remember David's birth as much, but I remember very clearly that because Sally, she had Rosie on the same day, and she didn't take her tights off. She's like, she's got her tights on because she had to have the baby in the taxi on Rosamond Street, and she called her baby Rosie. So that's David. Then we've got Roy Cropper. Roy's lovely, and he's autistic. It's never really stated, but he is, and he's just brilliant. He's one of the loveliest characters on Coronation Street. And we have Graham Foster from Emmerdale. I love him. He's just like James Bond. I want him to be Bond. I just love him so much. It's just so James Bond. And they even mentioned it on the show. I thought it was so cool. And we have Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. I haven't really been keeping up with all of the Game of Thrones series, but when it first started, I really liked Arya, and Nymeria is my favourite direwolf, and I got a big direwolf plushie. I've called her Nymeria, so I love Arya. I hope she becomes the queen of all of Westeros. I think she's awesome. Maisie's awesome. And then we have Phoebe Buffay from Friends. She was my Friends used to be on. She was my favourite, and we went to America on holiday, and we went to a Friends taping. It was the second part of when Ross was getting married to Emily after he'd said Rachel instead of Emily. So it was that one. And Lisa Kudrow, she waved at the audience and I waved back, and it was really fun. So that's Phoebe. And then we've got Mark Winkle from California Dreams. I used to love California Dreams. I bought the CD album and everything. And this Mark, he was like, because they had the first cast, and then they had just a little swap of, and they had some different cast. And I remember this episode where he's singing, and there was a girl he really liked, but she went away, and I was just crying. And then I think she went away, and I thought he'd lost it while he was singing on the stage, and then she came back, and I cried so much. I cried so much watching California Dreams. I think Peter Engel, I love his shows. I thought it's amazing. And then the final portrait is Jordan Catalano from My So-Called Life. And that's when I first discovered Jared Leto. I think that's when most people discovered Jared Leto. And it's just his eyes in the show are amazing. He was just the biggest crush. So that's my portrait, and then it's just my website details, my art blogs where you can find all my other art and my webcomic and just most of my creative stuff. But if you also follow me on Twitter, then you get to see some of the doodles and things I also do occasionally, and I'm pretty funny. So yeah. So that's my tiny sketchbook project. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Yay!